If Edmund fell, then that explains what we found backstage. Curtain. The curtain being ripped. You're right, that would explain the curtain. The curtain? What about it? There was a large tear in one of the stage curtains. We believe Edmund had something to do with it. What? How? That makes no sense. Anyone could rip the curtain. Not like this. The tearing started from the middle of the curtain and was torn downward. And the starting point of the tear is way out of anyone's reach, even with a stepladder. Then it could only have been Ed, right? Exactly. After he was pushed off, Edmund grabbed onto the curtain to slow his fall. And as soon as he did, the curtain tore downwards. That's the only way the curtain could have been torn like that. No, it's still wrong to think that Edmund was pushed off. What? But looks like it's up to me to set the record straight. So you're definitely the one who did it, right? Edmund's wounds, stage weights, curtain, ropes, catwalk door. Dude, we need to wrap this up. Edmund went to search the 4th floor. But he didn't enter the catwalk. Like we've already discussed, Edmund went down to meet Raina in the gym. There he plotted to murder her. Oh, and about that old curtain? The tear was always there. He's right, Edmund might have done something like that, but I have evidence to the contrary. Do you? Catwalk door? Because it's got his fingerprints on it. Why wouldn't Edmund search the catwalk? Besides, you can see he cut his finger on the door handle. That bloodstain doesn't prove anything. It just means someone lost a little blood. That could have happened at any time. That blood is not Edmund's. Stop trying to defend a dead kid. There's a reason I believe that bloodstain belongs to Edmund. I just have to show the connection. Edmund's wounds. No, I can prove Edmund went into the catwalk. The catwalk door had a bloodstain on it. Tell me, doesn't this bloodstain resemble anything at all? Call me crazy, but doesn't it look like a fingerprint? You think so too then? When I checked Edmund's body, his right thumb was bleeding. If he grabbed the door handle with his right hand, then his thumb would be in the same spot as the bloodstain. Is he trying to visualize it? So he really believes someone followed him onto the catwalk and pushed him off. I mean, how would they know to do that? And it just makes no sense. Yes, I'm very certain. So am I. And I just thought of something. Oh? You don't have to sound so disappointed. What were you thinking about? Well, you know how you said that Ed was pushed off? He grabbed onto the curtain as he fell, right? Yeah, so? So, he was probably still alive since he slowed his fall. Which means someone went backstage after he fell, and that person stabbed him with the rebar, right? Right, so that begs the question, who stabbed Edmund? Maybe it was whoever pushed Edmund off. They came down to finish the job. Or maybe Raina was more bloodthirsty than I originally thought. No, I believe Billy is on the right track. The one who pushed Edmund off also stabbed him with the rebar. So they ran down to the stage and stabbed him. Hold it, that makes no sense. That's what the second weight was for. They rode the second rope down to finish him off. Edmund wouldn't be lying there waiting for his killer. He'd book it out of there. After landing on the stage, he was likely in a state of shock and couldn't get up right away. But even so, it'd still take the killer forever to run down. And that's not taking into account being unseen or heard by the rest of us. You're right, they couldn't run down fast enough. Instead, they used another method. They killed Edmund without running down the stage. Huh? What do you mean? What other method? Before I can reveal the method, I must explain one thing first. Where was the killer when they murdered Edmund? Catwalk. Edmund's killer not only pushed him off the catwalk, they also dealt the killing blow from the same place. The same place? He meant the catwalk. Tomoko, are you serious? Very. After Edmund fell onto the stage, his killer dropped the rebar above Edmund, impaling him in the back. No way. I'm just speechless right now. In what world is that even possible? I mean, the chances of it landing in the exact spot to kill him is... It wasn't exact. The positioning of the rebar had been bothering me for a while now. Why did the killer bother stabbing him with the rebar in the first place? Why didn't they just beat him over the head with it instead? Yeah, you're right, those rebars aren't awfully sharp. The rebar also went in pretty deep, which would have taken a lot of force, but considering the catwalk's height and the rebar's weight, it could definitely have impaled him. This is insane. But I suppose it's possible. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not entirely convinced. But for now, I'm open to this possibility. Then it's settled. Ray didn't kill Ed, someone else did. We just need to figure out who did it. Hey, how long are you going to ignore the actual murder? In case you forgot, the Inquisition is for the blue Brocon. Yeah, we still haven't decided how she died yet. He's right, we got sidetracked by explaining Edmund's death. As much as I want to find his killer, we need to solve Raina's murder first. Now that we're on the same page, get back to it. You guys are boring me. We get it already. Oh my, I guess I'm not wanted here. No shit. So now what? We should review Raina's case with the new information we've acquired in mind. Sure, I'm fine with that. Here we go again. Dude, we need to wrap this up. Edmund's wounds, Raina's wounds, lighter, bomb threat, bang. So Raina didn't murder Edmund. But where does that get us? She went backstage after I left the gym. I wonder if she saw him. Then her killer crushed her with the stage weight. But everyone still has an alibi. Unless when we saw Edmund's corpse, she killed herself out of grief. We finally know what happened. Let's start the vote. Dude, we know it's you. It's gotta be you, because you're so keen to get this over with. We now know Edmund didn't attack Raina. So if we keep that in mind, how does that line up with our previous assumptions? That won't work because of her wounds, right? She's covered in cuts. If we assume Raina killed herself like he said, then her actions before committing the deed are very strange. Strange? How? Raina wasn't just crushed with the weight. She also had many cuts all over her body. If what you say is true, then that would mean she cut herself, then disposed of the weapon, all before dropping the weight on herself. You're right, that doesn't make any sense. We can hardly call this a suicide anymore. Still, it's possible. How? She'd be dripping blood. She'd leave a bloody trail everywhere she went. Not to mention cleaning anything would be downright impossible in that state. There's that dripping blood again. Fine, Raina was murdered. But who did it? We've established her time of death and everyone's alibis, but we still have no clue who did it. So let's go over all the evidence again. Do we have a time for that? I'm open to any ideas. Everyone has an alibi, but Raina was also murdered. It shouldn't be possible, yet here we are. I wonder, can we really accept our alibis as fact anymore? Not really. Why does everyone have an alibi? Why? Is it because of the time of death? We know when Raina was killed and everyone was away when it happened. It's why we suspected Edmund in the first place. What do you think, Tomoka? Since we know that Raina didn't kill herself, it must mean some of our alibis are flawed. I wanted to discuss the time of Raina's death again. I agree. To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention when we first went over it. Fine, whatever. Dude, we really need to wrap this up. Stage weight, lighter, ropes, bang, laptop. The time of death was roughly 10 minutes after the hour 6 announcement. Because of the bang, right? That's what you're saying? There was a loud bang, which was the weight landing. Okay. Argus and I heard the bang from the second floor. We know Raina was killed around the time of the bang. The killer used the knife to cut the ropes carrying the weights. I bet it was the lighter. You said that the killer should have been backstage when they dropped the weight, right? Of course, it's common sense. Then why did they drop both weights? Both weights? What do you mean? There wouldn't have been any noise if they dropped only one weight on Raina. But they dropped both instead. The killer's actions were very counterintuitive, yet that's what happened. Somehow they escaped the stage without Cecile and me noticing. But there isn't any way for anyone to escape the stage. Unless they use this. The lighter? You know, smoking's really bad for you. It's not mine. Cecile and I found this backstage. Yeah, it was in the rope pile. So you think the killer used the lighter instead of a knife to cut the ropes? That's right. How? It doesn't look very sharp. No, not like that. Instead of cutting it, they used the lighter's flame to burn through the rope. Why would they burn the rope instead of cutting it? It'd be quicker to cut. Because they didn't have a fucking knife? Wait, you're not saying the killer used the lighter to delay the weight's fall. As soon as they were done backstage, they set the lighter under the rope. Of course, because it's got a 30-second timer to shut off. The flame slowly burned away at the rope, until it could no longer support the weight's weight, thus causing the weight to fall. No, you're way off. It's a creative theory, but it couldn't have been done. What? Why not? Seriously, do I need to spell it out? Fine, let me explain. Here we go. You're the other dodgy one, you know. Curtain, stage weights, rope, lighter, Rainer's autopsy. If you just use common sense, the killer couldn't have used the lighter. It's completely unpredictable and risky. The rope pile would have been burned when we arrived. It shuts off after 30 seconds. Oh, it's the last one, the rope pile. The rope pile would have been burned when we arrived. It would have been burning. Not necessarily. Once the rope snapped, the fire would be snuffed out by the rope's sudden movement. And as a safety measure, lighters are required to have a self-extinguishing timer. That timer closes the lid after 30 seconds. Probably check that too. But sure, let's assume the fire was put out. If the ropes really were burned, then they should have been charred, but they were completely clean. The ropes were not charred, but I don't remember seeing burns, unless they were completely clean. No, they weren't clean, they were covered in blood. It wasn't that they weren't charred, we just couldn't see the burns. Couldn't see them? Why? If you recall, the ends of the cut ropes were soaked in blood. I see, we couldn't see the burns because the blood hid them. We assumed the ropes were cut with a knife since the killer obviously had one. But hold on, wouldn't the killer need 2 lighters? After both ropes were burnt, right? We only found 1 lighter, but 1 was enough. It was? One of the ropes were cut with the killer's knife while the other was burnt with the lighter. That would explain why we found the lighter under one of the rope piles. Come to think about it, which pile was the lighter under, Tomoka? It was under the rope attached to the weight that didn't land on Reina, so we can assume the lighter was used on that rope. Yeah, after the weight landed, the lighter fell to the ground, and the ropes landed on top. But why use 2 separate methods to cut the ropes? Couldn't the killer have just used the knife on both ropes? It's so he wouldn't be around when it dropped. They could have, but they needed to use the separate methods to give themselves an alibi. And this was their alibi. Bang? After the weight fell, there was a loud bang. It was the only clue of Reina's time of death. We assumed the killer was backstage when the weight fell because they cut the ropes. Then they would have no time to escape before we all heard the bang. So the reason they used the lighter was to delay the backstage weight's fall. That's right. The killer just needed to meet with someone else before the bang to secure an alibi. So the killer used the lighter to give them an alibi, but in the end, everyone had one. But this brings up a big problem. Because the killer was able to manufacture an alibi, the rest of our alibis are utterly wrecked. And let's go over our alibis again. We were all alone before the hour 6 announcement. We have no alibis. She couldn't have died after the bang, so it must have been before, but when? For all we know, she could have died before the bomb was defused. But that can't be it. Why would anyone kill before the bomb's defusal? Hell, why would anyone kill before the hour 6 announcement? As far as anyone knew, the bomb was still armed. Right. Except Cecile, she knew. I'm out of ideas, guys. Before? Wait a minute. Could it be? I haven't considered that until now. It's only a hunch, but if I'm right about this, I think I know who did it. Why was Reina murdered? Why? Well, the killer wanted to escape. The rules stated that one of us has to kill, then not be found out during the Inquisition. Then what would have happened if the bomb wasn't disarmed? It would have exploded, right? Warden told us that the bomb was planted, and we would all die unless we stopped it. Wouldn't we all be motivated to find it? Well, yeah. Then, who would plot a murder with a bomb about to explode? No one, right? Exactly. Yet that's precisely what happened. She was killed before the hour 6 announcement. Tomoka, what are you getting at? I'm saying that the killer knew the bomb was disarmed before killing Reina. I see, I guess that makes sense. Why are you bringing up that now? If we keep that in mind, then the identity of Reina's killer becomes clear. Cecile, like I said originally, and like Argus said originally. Wait, what? Did I hear you right? Does that mean you know who did it? Yes, I do. Get on with it. Now's not the time to be dramatic. This is it. I'm shaking. What if I'm wrong about this? No, now's not the time to doubt myself. There's no question who the killer is. Reina's killer is... It has to be. It was you. Cecile. Cece? So it really was Cecile after all. She and Raina found the bomb and disarmed it. She had the perfect opportunity. Cecile, you and Raina were the only ones who knew about the bomb's defusal. You're the only one who could possibly have killed her. Ceci? Please, say something already. I don't want to believe it's you. If I'm wrong, tell me. Let me see if I understand. I had the opportunity, therefore I killed her. Do I even need to explain how idiotic that line of reasoning is? Do you have a rebuttal then? A rebuttal? Yeah, I have one. Would you like to hear it? Listen closely. Go on then. Riddle, Raina's autopsy, bomb threat, bang, laptop. I searched the entire gym with Raina. And yes, we found the bomb at hour 6:15. It was found in the senior boys' locker room. A laptop labelled G3. So that's why it was there. The screenshot, a timer, and a riddle. It challenged us to turn the laptop off without pressing buttons. After taking care of the bomb, Raina told me to find the rest of it. I never set foot backstage, and if I suggested it, she would immediately suspect a trap. I've been wondering about that laptop since the beginning, so it was the bomb. Something about her story just doesn't add up. I'm sorry I have to do this, Cecile. Can I just say laptop? Yes. Cecile, you're lying. What did you say? How's Ceci lying? Laptop G3 cannot possibly be the bomb, because it never had a battery. Ceci? If the laptop never had a battery, then that means it wouldn't have shown the riddle like you said. You lied about finding the bomb. Why would I lie about something like that? No, I still believe she and Raina found the bomb. We're still here after all. Then Warden lied about the bomb. How rude. I never lie about exciting stuff like that. But it's clear she lied about the bomb's location, but... Stop right there. I've had it up to here with your reaching. I'm not reaching, she's lying to... I will not stand by where you call Ceci a liar. Okay. Rules, riddle, note, sound booth event, laptop. Here we go. Laptop G3 may not have a battery now, but it doesn't change the fact that it wasn't in the locker room. The mastermind just removed the battery when no one was around. Ceci is being framed. I knew Ceci wouldn't confess right away, but I wasn't expecting Billy to jump in. However, I can't back down no matter who stands in my way. It never had a battery, I remember checking. So it was Argus like we originally thought. Not necessarily. It was in the locker room. The mastermind removed the battery. He's not allowed to do that. True, the mastermind could have removed the battery if they were there, but remember the rules state that only the 6 of us are in the school. You don't actually believe that, do you? You can't prove the mastermind even follows their own rules. Look, that laptop just has to be the bomb. Why else would it be soaked like that? It's waterproof, stupid. I suppose it's technically possible that the mastermind replaced the battery. I'm glad you're finally listening to reason. But even if it was, the shower wouldn't have had any effect on it. What are you going on about? It's common sense. If computers get wet, it dies. True, but not this one. Because every computer in the school is waterproof. Waterproof? You've got to be kidding me. I think the school bought them after our freshman year. Yeah, some students were throwing the old laptops into the pool. I wish you were making that up. Cecile, your lies end here. So this is the part where I break down and confess my crimes. All you've proven is that I lied about the laptop, that's all. But that means you're lying. Why are you lying? Nothing more, nothing less. I'm afraid it's more than that. You had a reason to lie about the bomb. You were hiding something, specifically the bomb's location. If we knew where the bomb really was, then we would have suspected you sooner. You knew that, so you lied to keep us away from the bomb's real location. An interesting theory. Why don't you tell us where this real location is? Too easy. The bomb's real location was... I'd like to guess the sound booth, because the window was broken, we still haven't dealt with that yet. It can only have been the sound booth. The sound booth? It's the only room we can access with computers in it. And it wasn't the last place the laptop was before it was moved. Oh, it is the last place. So the bomb was in the sound booth. Because the laptop was from there? That is assuming I'm not lying about the bomb itself. What? I'm the only person alive who knows anything about the bomb. It might have been a phone or a stuffed animal or whatever, and it could have been anywhere. But you wouldn't know for sure. It's true, only she knows what the bomb was and where it was. Is there some kind of proof I can present? There is someone else who knows. Huh? Someone else? Who? So how about it? Where was the bomb? Are you nuts? I can't just tell you. You give us a hint or whatever. I already did, you dumb kids. You already gave us a hint? Cecile would know, but she won't tell us. And Raina would know, but she's dead. How would the rest of us find out? How did the warden intend to tell us where the bomb was? The riddle. How many were they going to school? The bomb will be there. The bomb will be there. The riddle must be the answer. How did it go again? He and his 2 sisters going to school. 3 men with 4 wives. Each wife had 5 kids. Each kid had 6 cats. Mocha? What is she muttering about? The answer has to be... 3? I got it. The bomb was in room 3. I think you skipped a few steps there. In room 110, a riddle played on my phone. Thank goodness someone found it. So that's what you were working on when I arrived. The riddle went like this. I was going to school with my 2 sisters. We met 3 men with 4 wives. Each wife had 5 kids and each kid had 6 cats. How many were going to school that day? The bomb will be there. And you already told us the answer. 3. That's right. Only the guy and his 2 sisters went to school, while everyone else went in a different direction. But couldn't both groups have been heading to school? I mean, the siblings could have been running to school, or even the other way around. Stop being so picky. They went together. So I was right. The bomb was in room 3. Anyway, room 3 also happens to be the sound booth. No. It's over, Cecile. It's over? You think. This is it. You haven't proven anything. All you've proven is that I'm a liar. That's good enough. I lied about the bomb, I lied about where it was. That's all you've proven. But the only reason you would lie is to protect yourself. Oh really? I'm a liar, so obviously I'm a murderer too, is that it? Yeah, pretty much. I'm getting real fed up with you and your stupid theories. Your entire case is built on possibilities and opportunities. I was alone with her, so I killed her. I knew the bomb was disarmed, so I killed her. I lied, so I killed her. You convicted me without evidence. If I really did kill Raina, then prove that I did it. Ha! Ha! Breathe. She's right. We don't have much to convict her with, it's only a theory. But we were so close, it just has to be her. Screw the evidence. We all know she did it, so let's vote already. Are you sure about that? What? Let me ask, what happens if hypothetically the votes tie? I never really thought about that. Well, if it tied, then we technically don't have a majority vote. In that case, the Inquisition will resume until a majority is determined. As I thought. But who would tie the vote? No, you wouldn't. I believe in Ceci. She would never kill Ray. You idiot! Are you trying to get us killed? If we vote for her, then the real killer will escape. We can't vote now. I have no choice. If there's no proof, I'll just have to go back and find it. I'll prove her guilt right here, right now. How? Time to review the facts. Oh god. Cecile found the bomb with Raina. She's the only one who knew the bomb was disarmed before the hour 6 announcement. Her lies also add to her suspicion. Rather, Cecile lied about the bomb's location. She must have had a reason to do so. That's the key. Okay, we split up after the bomb announcement. They found the bomb. Then Cecile killed Raina. Where did Cecile kill Raina? Backstage. No, she couldn't have died backstage. They found the bomb in the sound booth. How would Cecile convince Raina to go backstage? Raina would smell a trap right away. Okay. Raina was killed in the sound booth, but that means... But why is there blood everywhere then? In the backstage? What if Cecile killed Raina in the sound booth? That would explain why she lied about the bomb's location. She didn't want us to expose the real crime scene. And that's why she moved the laptop in Raina's body. She moved the laptop to change the bomb's location. And she moved Raina to give herself an alibi. What was used to kill Raina? Something else. I believe it's the glass. Something else? That might be it. It would explain the large bruise and small cuts I found on the back of her head. The autopsy doesn't specify the killing wound. So, what if that bruise was it? So she smashed her head into the glass, right? And that would have cut, like done little cuts and put a big bruise on her head. If we assume the bruise was the killing wound, what was used to kill Raina? I wouldn't have said glass shards, I would have said window. The glass. They could definitely create the cuts, but that just leaves the bruise. I found them scattered on the gym floor, but why? The only glass I could think of are from the windows. But we checked them, and they were all practically indestructible. Actually, that's not completely true. We didn't check every window. Where did those glass shards come from? Sound booth. The murder weapon was the sound booth window. Yes. That's it. That's the murder weapon. Raina was killed in the sound booth with the window. Yay, Cluedo. I finally found the truth. Cecile, do you remember when we inspected Raina's body? You mean when you inspected her? Then yes, I do. How many different wounds did we find on her? 2. The cuts and the weight. Wrong. There were 3. 3? But the autopsy only mentions those 2. It does, but that overlooked one crucial wound. And this shows what that overlooked wound is. He has a bruise and small cuts in the back of her head. Upon closer inspection, I found a large bruise on the back of her head. Geez, you sure dug deep. I knew you were into dead bodies, but still. 3 wounds. The cuts were made with a blade, which is still missing. The crushed back and lungs is because of the stage weight. But where did the 3rd wound come from? What could possibly create those wounds? You don't mean. I believe that the cuts and weight were added after Raina was already dead. So whatever created the 3rd wound is how Raina was actually killed. This is what was used to kill Raina. Oh, sound booth window. Jesus, I didn't even see that. Dumbass. I wasted my freebie. You used the sound booth window to kill it. Isn't that right? The window cracked when you shoved her head into it, thus creating the unusual wound on the back of her head as well as the hole in the window. The impact bruised her and cracked glass, created a few tiny cuts. No, you can't be serious. Yeah, that window was always cracked. It has nothing to do with the murder. Shut up, Billy. If that's true, then I wouldn't have found these. These prove the window was cracked recently, the glass shards. During my investigation, I found glass shards scattered all over the gym floor. If that window was always cracked, as Billy claims, then these would have been cleaned up a long time ago. Billy, you must accept it. Cecile was the killer. No, Ceci didn't do it. She couldn't have. Those shards, they can't be from any other window. You should know this, Billy. You tested them. Every other window in this school is virtually indestructible. Gah. No, you're all wrong. The window as the murder weapon? That's so stupid. The only time the window could have cracked was while everyone was looking for the bomb. If I'm wrong about how it was cracked, then explain to us how and why the window was cracked. Tell us, Cecile. How it was... It was... Ceci? Cecile, you understand why I have to do this. I wish I could stand by Billy and defend you, but I can't. You're the killer. It's clear now. I hate this, but I have to do this. I'll explain this entire case from the start then. We can end this. It all started after the bomb announcement. Everyone split up to find the bomb. Raina and the killer stayed to search the gym. Around hour 6:15, the killer followed Raina into the sound booth. There they found the bomb, which was one of the computers there. On the screen it told them to turn off the computer without pressing a button. By solving the riddle, they successfully disarmed the bomb. But only they knew the fact. The rest of us continued searching for the bomb until the hour 6 announcement. Raina probably suggested regrouping with the rest of us, but the killer had a different plan. They slammed her against the window, killing her. After realizing Raina was dead, the killer grabbed the broken laptop, then dropped it under the shower in the senior boys' locker room. They did this to convince us the bomb was there, not realizing that the laptop was already broken. Then the killer moved Raina's body backstage. They cut her to make her look like she fought her killer. Then they crushed her under one of the stage weights. They raised the second weight up and set the lighter next to the rope. The flame slowly burned through the rope, which gave the killer time to leave the gym. This was the first step behind their alibi. To secure an alibi, they had to meet with someone before the weight fell. And that someone happened to be me. But little did they know that Billy and Argus also had an alibi. The rest is history. And the one behind this whole case, the one who murdered Raina Lockwood, it was you, Cecile Belmont. I'm sorry, Cecile, but it's time to face the truth. No, no. It's not true. It's not true. You're all wrong. I didn't kill her. You have to believe me. No. I can't die here. I don't want to die. I'm sure Raina didn't either. Didn't stop you. Turning off the computer without pressing buttons? Maybe unplugging it would do it. Got it. It's off. Great. Then the bomb should be disarmed. And with 30 minutes to spare. We should go find the others. Raina, I need to talk with you. What's wrong? You don't usually ask. Just be straight with me. What happened last year? It all happened so fast. One night we were playing Mafia, then the next day, I'm mourning. The first thing I heard when I woke up the next morning was that Felix died in a car crash. I was in shock. I couldn't believe what I heard. I didn't want to believe it. He died. Before I could apologize for everything I said. It was the first time I really wanted to see him again. What happened that night? Why did he die? Tell me. I need to know. Even if it's a lie, I just need something. I'm sorry. Sorry? I fell asleep at the wheel. There's no excuse. It was all my fault. Felix is dead because of me. It's too cruel. He's dead because of you? Yet you still have your health? Your brother? Your life? Why? Why do you always have to be so lucky? Cecile, Shut up. I don't want your pity. I want my brother back, you murderer. And then she became a murderer. No. No, what have I done? No, Raina. Now do elaborate cover-up. I can't believe it. I killed her. Why? Why did I do it? I never wanted this. Idiot, you idiot. There's no turning back now. I have to survive. I can't die here. I can't. You're gonna let everybody else die? To protect yourself? Not just Raina, but everyone? I'm sorry, Raina. Edmund. Everyone. Who killed Edmund then? Cecile. I think we're ready. Let's vote. No. I don't believe you. No matter what you say. Stop it. Huh? It's okay. You don't need to lie for me anymore. It's over. I killed her. What are you saying? No, she's wrong. Tell her she's wrong. Cecile? Shut up, Wilhelm. I'm ready. Please put an end to this nightmare. So it's time for everyone to make their vote. Who will be chosen as the killer? Will you make the right choice, or the awfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? You actually gonna make me choose as well? Kinda pointless, we all know it's Cecile. Okay, good. I see. So that's how you voted. Whatever, hopefully you won't live to regret it. Now then, after scanning through hours of footage, this court finds Cecile Belmont obviously. Oh yeah, you got it. The killer in this case is the victim's best friend, Cecile Belmont. A part of me wished I was wrong. But in the end, this is the truth we worked so hard for. We have to accept it. The vote was just barely unanimous. Everyone voted for Cecile, except for one. You mean... Did he vote for himself? I never wanted to believe it. Even now I can't believe you actually did it. Why, Ceci? Why did you kill her? Why couldn't it have been me? Why not me? Take a look. Felix Belmont, 17, killed in crash. This is from last year. Yeah. After last year's party, Felix, Raina, and Edmund were in a car accident, and Felix died. His death has been haunting me for all this time. I knew I could trust Raina, and yet... You blamed her for his death. I needed to ask her about that night, but I kept putting it off because it was also hurting. No, it wasn't that. I was scared. I was scared of what she would say. What if she killed him? How could we still be friends? So I kept putting it off for days until I just let it go. I thought I could put that part of me, of the past behind me. I thought I could let it go and move on. But when I realized we were going to die here, that night kept replaying itself in my head. Then I found that paper. That's when I knew I had to talk to her. I didn't want to die before finally asking her about what happened that night. I think I know how she felt. I couldn't help but reflect on my life and regrets. I wanted nothing more than to get out of here. Yet another part of me gave up. I had to talk to her, to finally put that night to rest. I thought she could tell me that it was just an accident, that it was just some drunk driver. Then I could finally stop doubting her. Instead, she was the reason he died, and, well, you know what happened. So the one who killed before, that was Ray, right? No, it wasn't her. How can you be so sure? Because it doesn't matter anymore. I'm such an idiot. I never once considered her feelings. She lived with that guilt for a year, and now it's too late. I killed her. I killed my dearest friend. She was always there for me. She was the one person I could fully trust. I did something I can never take back. Even after all that happened, she still considers Raina her friend. Why did things have to end this way? Damn it. If only... Ah! There's one thing I don't understand. Huh? You moved the laptop and the body. Why? Why are you asking that now? Inquisition is over. You only need to move one thing, yet you move both. Why? I only moved the laptop, not her body. What? Why are you lying now? She wouldn't. There's no reason for her to lie now. When we discovered the crime scene, you were caught off guard, weren't you? Yeah, I didn't know how or why she was moved, and I wasn't expecting Edmund's corpse either. But you were the only person that could have moved her. No, there was a way for someone else to move her. Because they used this. Soundproof vent? The vents? Someone must have climbed through the vents into the sound booth. Then they moved her body. I see, so that's what happened. When I saw her body there, I thought maybe there was a chance I didn't kill her. I had hoped somehow I didn't kill her, but in the end, hope let me down again. Do you think... I wish I could have found who killed Edmund. But they really will be getting away with it. Was that why you were helping me? You could have insisted Raina's death was by suicide. I would have been outvoted. You could have escaped, but you didn't. Don't be silly. You would have found out regardless of what I did. No matter my motives, what I've done is unforgivable. Even if I won, I can't live on after what I've done. A murderer like me deserves the harshest sentence and the most painful execution. Haha, that's right. Scum like you deserves nothing but death. Hahaha. You. Huh? You mad, bro? Newsflash, I didn't kill anyone. The brat was killed by Pinky. But it's your fault we were imprisoned here to begin with. If you didn't make this stupid game, Raina, Edmund, they'd still be alive. And Cecile wouldn't have become a murderer. It's all your fault. I'll never forgive you. One day I'm going to find you and make you pay. I'll never forgive the bastard behind that screen. As soon as I find them, I'll... I guess it's time. I'm ready. This is goodbye. She's never coming back. My friend is going to die. Wait. Huh? I wrapped my arms around her shoulders and pulled her close. This is definitely the most awkward hug I've ever given. She's shaking. She's terrified. I never wanted this. I should be angry. I should hate her for killing Raina. Why am I hugging her? Why am I crying? Why am I crying for a murderer? I'm counting on you, Tomoka. Huh? Find the culprits behind all this. Don't let them do anything like this ever again. I promise. I promise. Thank you. He didn't say a word. What do you say to someone who's about to be executed? Neither did he. His questions were answered. What else could he say? Why did this have to end this way? Now then, let's not waste any more time. Let's give it everything we got. No. Goodbye, everyone. It's punishment time. Any last words? Just get it over with already. Error 403, illegal download detected. Beginning reboot in 3, 2, 1. Did he just turn off? The exit. Hurry! The front entrance is just down this hall. Hurry! What is happening? We need to try the doors while he's turned off. Please work, please work. No. No, no, no. What do you think you're doing? Leaving before the execution is a big no-no. Now I'm really angry. Who did it? Who hacked into my server? Edmund, presumably, from the grave. Because he was logged in the computer that the program was running that was going to take a while. That wasn't you. Then who? Tomoka, wait. Three hours remain. Alright, we need to wrap this one up here. That one there is probably gonna... I'll probably cut that Inquisition into 2 parts, because I've been recording for over 2 hours just to do that. So I'll probably cut that into 2 parts, and then we'll continue on after that. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.